Okay, let's get real for a second. Let's talk about that feeling. You know the one. That nagging voice in the back of your head that says, when it comes to retirement, you are falling behind.
I mean, does that question right there just hit a little too close to home? Do you ever look at your savings account and get that sinking feeling in your stomach, just wondering, how am I ever going to catch up?
Well, if that's you, take a deep breath. Seriously. Because if you feel that way, you are not some outlier struggling all by yourself. You are, believe it or not, in the majority.
And look, this isn't just a vibe or a feeling people have, it's a hard fact, and it's backed by some pretty eye-opening numbers. So let's actually dig into what the data says about this whole shared anxiety. A new survey from Bankrate just came out, and get this, 3 out of every 5 working Americans feel behind on their retirement savings. That's most of us. A huge number of people looking at their future with a whole lot of dread.
And when you break that number down, it gets even more intense. We're not just talking about a minor worry here. For over a third of us, 37%, the feeling is that they are significantly behind. Then you add in the 21% who feel slightly behind, and yeah, that is a ton of people carrying this weight around every single day.
And for some folks, things are so tight that saving just isn't happening at all. The survey found that nearly a quarter of Americans, 23%, aren't contributing anything to their savings this year. Zero. Zilch.
So, the big question is, why does it feel so impossible right now? The most important thing to get is that this is not some personal failure on your part. We are all trying to navigate some pretty serious economic headwinds.
I mean, just think about what's been thrown at us. First, the massive financial shock of the pandemic. That was followed by historic inflation that made every trip to the grocery store a painful surprise. Then, bam, interest rates shot up, making any kind of debt way more expensive. And it's all just been wrapped in this constant fog of economic uncertainty. It was basically a perfect storm for knocking our savings plans completely off track.
Okay, so that's the problem. It is big, it's real, and we're all in it together. But just sitting in that state of worry, that doesn't help anybody. It's time to shift from that anxiety into action. And you know what? The very first step is actually surprisingly simple.
I love this quote from Mark Hamrick over at Bankrate. Doing nothing really is not an optimal solution. It says it all, right? The absolute worst choice you can make right now is to just do nothing. Feeling paralyzed is not a strategy. Any forward movement, no matter how small, is a huge win.
And here's the really good news. Just by watching this, by understanding the problem and acknowledging it, you have already taken the most important step. Awareness is what kickstarts action. You're already on the right path. So where do we start? We start with the absolute lowest hanging fruit, the biggest, easiest win that's available to so many of us. It is time to talk about claiming your free money. So what even is a 401k match? It's super simple. When you put money from your paycheck into your retirement account, your company puts money in too. It's literally a bonus they give you just for saving for your own future. And check this out. The playbook is incredibly simple. It's just 2 steps. That's it. Step 1, enroll in your company's plan. Step 2, contribute at least enough to get every single penny of that company match.
It really does not get any clearer than that. This is free money. Leaving it on the table is literally like telling your boss, nah, you can keep part of my salary. It is the single most powerful tool you have to jumpstart your savings.
And hey, you don't have to figure this all out by yourself. Your company's 401k administrator, they're paid to help you for free. You can also find fee-only financial planners who are required to act in your best interest. And there are tons of free online tools like the retirement calculators on Bankrate's website that can help you run the numbers.
So let's just end with this thought. That feeling of being behind? It's real, but the path forward is actually pretty clear. It starts with one small but incredibly powerful decision. There is free money sitting right there, just waiting for you to claim it. So the only real question left is, what are you waiting for?